Good afternoon, members of the media. As of this morning, the National Disaster Management Office has advised or done a brief to the Honourable Prime Minister, as well as Cabinet and Permanent Secretary, and upon their concurrence, there will be a nationwide curfew in place from 4 p.m. to 6 a.m. tomorrow. I'm repeating myself. I am confirming that there will be a nationwide curfew in place from 4 p.m. today to 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. With the current projected path of Tropical Cyclone Yasa that was advised by the Fiji Met Office this morning, we should take necessary precaution and prepare now, move to evacuation center, and follow the current cyclone warning issued by Director Met or the Met Office. Regards to the evacuation center, we have a total of 53 evacuation centers. As of 8 o'clock this morning, we have desegregated the data down to occupancy as well as male, female to allow us to mobilize assistance as of when needed. And Fiji Police Force is providing security at this evacuation center. Operational focus for the next 24 hours for government. Public safety remains paramount. Optimum use of resources, that includes machinery and personnel, for effective and efficient response and relief efforts. Evacuation of communities. As of this morning, the Golden Age home occupants in Samambula has been relocated to the disability facility in Brown Street for their safetiness. Evacuation of vulnerable communities, especially coastal communities. Coordination with development partners to provide support. As you may have noted that we've held a donor meeting this morning to provide them with information and update. We require minimal disruption to our essential services, and we have strategic assets provided for the much needed community should the need arise to deploy. In terms of public advisory, we ask the public to please store water for the last 5 to 7 days. For any landslide, please wait for the relevant authorities or call your nearest police station. These numbers are available in our social media platform. For those living in coastal areas, the government is pleading with you to please move upland. We are expecting storm surges with waves up to 16 meters. If you need assistance, please contact the Fiji Police Force or your Divisional Commissioner's Emergency Operations Center to help you move. Again, I reiterate, we are expecting storm surges of 16 meters. If you reside in coastlines, please evacuate now, move your family to higher ground. Members of the public are urged to take the necessary measures to ensure that the lives of individuals and families are prepared. Families and communities are urged to prepare emergency kits and put into practice your family, community disaster, and preparedness plan. Take the necessary steps to ensure that homes and properties are secured. Please remember to pack food and necessities that should last at least 48 hours in the evacuation center. If you are unsure about your nearest evacuation center, please call the Divisional Emergency Operations Center or the police station on numbers 910 for fire, 913 for EFL, 917 for police, 5777 for water authority, 5720 for Fiji Roads Authority. I would also like to announce, please be advised that the declaration of Tropical Cyclone Yasa as a natural disaster under the Natural Disaster Management Act 1998 is now in force and is effective from the 16th December 2020 for a period of 30 days. This declaration will come with regulations. Members of the media, that is what we have briefed and concurrence as well from the Honourable Prime Minister and members of Cabinet. I'll take questions if there's any.
Yes, just in regards to the COVID compliance of evacuation centres and the presence of health officials at the evacuation centres. This morning, there were no health officials present at Fascist Primary School, which is an evacuation center, and they did not have any hand sanitizers or other personal protective.
Okay. With regards to the evacuation center and the compliance with COVID-19 protocol, prior to the cyclone, all evacuation centers has been inspected by the health inspectors as well as the divisional officers. We have to be mindful that there is no community transmission. Right now, our priority is to ensure that lives are not lost. So we will mobilize in such case, but we will not close the evacuation center if people do move in. We will still allow people to move in. If needed be, we can provide for that as well in regards to the COVID-19 issue.
Health officials will come up being present at the evacuation centers?
It's not the mandate of the health officials to be present at the evacuation center. For us, our focus is protection. So Fiji Police Force will be at the evacuation center to ensure that.
You said in your statement yesterday that this was like part of the
Yeah, like I said before I answered your question, the health officials were part of the team that were deployed with the divisional commissioners prior to the evacuation center open to ensure that's within COVID-19. And we also have planners. So before EC is open, we know exactly how many rooms are in that evacuation center and how many families are coming in to ensure that we don't overcrowd the ECs to stay within the COVID-19 restrictions.
Ma'am, can you just elaborate more on the curfew? Maybe there are some people who want to go to the hospital and etc. If you can just give us more on the
Okay. For incidents where it's life-threatening, where you need to visit the hospital, please do so. We're not going to stop you for that. However, if you need assistance to guide you to reach the hospital because of strong winds, do call the Fiji Police Force to come in and help you. That's the current planning that we have at the moment. So in an event where there's still a curfew in place and you need to visit the hospital because of injuries or because your health is at stake, the police force will support you moving or reaching the hospital.
And in the event people want to go to their neighbors and get shelters and stuff like that after 4 p.m., is that still allowed, or they will still need to get authorities to come over and assist?
My answer to that is, the NDMO has been issuing warnings and issuing public advisory for people to move and put up shutters. Even the Honorable Prime Minister 2 days ago asked the people of Fiji to put up shutters. And if you're still moving around now to put up shutters, maybe it's even time for something. But we will not stop you. If it's the protection of your home at this time, we're not going to stop you, but we will come and ensure that you're only there to do that and put your homes up. But again, I am reiterating to the people of Fiji, please, this is not the time that you're supposed to be putting up hurricane shutters. This warning was issued 3 days ago, 4 days ago. That should have been done 4 days ago.
Ma'am, has there been any report assessment from Yasawa and
Yes, we have been receiving reports coming in as of this morning. Our time of interest for the Yasawa is between the window of 3 to 6. That is when we expect the cyclone to move very close to the Yasawa group of islands. But as it is, even before the cyclone makes the approach, there is already strong winds as well as rain that we have been receiving photos and videos that we are also now planning in regards to when they need the assistance to be mobilized.
Also, this question from me yesterday, you had mentioned that 600,000 people are in the scope to feel the impact of TC Yasa. Has there been any change to that assessment?
Yes, the number has increased. Again, I did mention as well yesterday that we anticipate the number to increase given the ferocity of the cyclone that's coming. And to give you the exact number, I don't have that numbers with me right now. However, I can confirm that that number has increased.
Any more questions?
Can you talk about the regulations that come with the state of natural disaster? Maybe speak about penalties so people understand.
Okay, thank you. We will make a media release in regards to the regulations that will accompany the state of declaration that we've just announce. But one of the key priorities in that is it allows the National Disaster Management Office to call all of government's assets to be on standby and to be mobilized. In addition to that, there are provisions in the regulations where we will work with the Fiji police force in regards to evacuating people. For us, the life of individuals is safe. So if we need to move people to the evacuation center, that is something that we will do.
Has it now empowered you to move people? Yesterday the narrative was you can't make them move. Does this give you the power to make people move now?
We will release again the information regarding the regulations around the declaration. Once that's released, you can take the cue from there.
With the diplomatic officer?
Can you specify more how long will this extended nationwide curfew be in place?
The one that we have announced today is from 4 to 6 a.m. in the morning. And for the declaration, Fiji being declared as a state of natural disaster is for 30 days, effective from yesterday. The curfew will be reviewed tomorrow after 6 a.m. upon the concurrence of the Honorable Prime Minister.
With members of the diplomatic corps here, who was here this morning, would you confirm that we have a united front?
Very much. For any natural disaster in Fiji, all our donors and our partners have always been forefront to assist the Fijian people. So yes, it's not just government, it's the whole of government and donors and partners that are now prepared to assist the Fijian people.
What sort of support has come from Australia and New Zealand?
A lot, but we will not reveal those information at this point in time. As of when further discussion happens around that, we will then release that to the public.
Was the meeting for post-cyclone relief effort or for the response right now?
For both response and post-cyclone.
Comparison to Winston, how severe is this one? I know they're both category 5s. There's been circulated comment about this being more than Winston.
Okay.
Predictions.
With Winston, Winston only hit certain part of Fiji. TC Yasa is covering the magnitude of the wind, irrespective where the eye lies, is covering the whole of Fiji. So the whole of Fiji is under threat.
What about strength?
Strength, again, I believe the Fiji Met Office has been pushing out the different cyclone or the different wind strength. That's we would take our cue from there. But like I said, Winston, compared to this one is actually cross-cutting the whole of Fiji, including the two main islands.
Any casualties reported from your men on the ground?
Not at the moment.
Any updates from Rotuma?
As of this morning, there was a video circulated that there's sun out in Rotuma, but we're still waiting for further confirmation on that. But it was a video call to somebody in Rotuma that there was sun out in Rotuma. So we'll get more information by the afternoon about the damage, if there's any in Rotuma.
Madam, how worried are you about the impact of this cyclone on the Central Eastern Division, given that this is the first one in a very long time to be hitting us square in the face?
Like any other cyclone, the NDMO stands prepared. The level of preparations, both post-disaster and after disaster, has always been the same. Only different for this one is because it's actually going through or cross-cutting Viti11 level. And that is why we've opened the evacuation center much earlier to allow those that live in informal sectors to move to the evacuation center for their safety.
You said there's 50 evacuation centers activated as of 8 a.m. this morning. Can you specifically specify in which areas and how many people are?
Okay. The information is available. I believe we'll circulate that. I don't have that with me right now.
Any more last question? One last question.
Director, we will give you update every 8 hours as we are informed, and we understand that with silence, a lot of citizen journalists will take the opportunity to share information that are not really reliable and credible. Is there by any chance that you can shorten your assembly in 4 hours to update the public in order for us to avoid this, so that people do not panic unnecessarily?
I agree. We'll review that and we'll come back to them. But yes, we'll reduce it from 8 down to maybe 4 or 6 hours, given that we are now into the area of the time of concern for Fiji. So yes, we'll do that.